Guys, I know this isn't like me to be lazy and just do a voiceover for this video, but a lot of big Rec Room creators have been making these videos, about Rec Room getting shut down. And I lost my mind getting the news the first day. I couldn't believe it. I tried to convince myself that it was an April Fool's joke, but it wasn't, sadly. And the thing that angers me the most, besides Rec Room getting shut down, because I joined in 2023, so I didn't really see Rec Room peak out in players because I was too busy being a degenerate on VRChat. Okay, I highlight that word here. What's going to happen to the Rec Room community is if they migrate to VRChat. For God's sakes, VRChat literally promoted themselves. I've heard from Skull. Shout out to him. He's a rec. He used to be a rec tuber. I say used to because all the stuff. There was a blog post that he put in his video about VRChat literally promoting themselves and saying, "Oh, we're never gonna die. We're never gonna go away." Basically gloating and poking fun. Even on April Fools, they posted on their Instagram poking fun at Rec Room shutdown. It is very unprofessional for their company to do that. I wish I could sue them for that, but VRChat is a big company, and that's just not possible for me to do. So, long story short, it's just terrible what happened to Rec Room. It should have been VRChat. A lot of people have been telling me that in Rec Room, and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, do not migrate to VRChat. The Rec Room community, I'm speaking mainly to the people on Rec Room, obviously, for this video. You guys have that creative aspect to you. You're not unoriginal with your ideas. You're not overly toxic and just, you're not the same bread and butter that VRChat is all the time. VRChat has pretty much menial creativity. It's the same old baloney. Yes, I will say there are a few good games I've played story mode wise, but there's nothing compared to the simplicity of Rec Room. I was going to make a whole video comparing the two, but I'm just convincing you guys in this short 2-minute video to not migrate to VRChat. Okay, guys, it's going to manipulate you. A lot of the Rec Room people, or a lot of the Rec Room community is full of younger people, and it's easier to manipulate the younger people on like a business standpoint and stuff like that. That's why a lot of people in VRChat get manipulated, because a lot of them are just still they're in their teenage years and stuff like that. Point is, Rec Room's community is going to get molded into something that they're not. They're going to get manipulated and turn into degenerates. And worst case scenario, knowing VRChat, these people may get, groomed by these VRChat users. Knowing VRChat, that is the most likely case. So this is why I am telling Rec Room users to veer away from VRChat's grasp. Do not play that platform consistently. Don't replace VRChat with Rec Room. Never, ever, ever, ever. Rec Room is something that will never, ever be replaced. And so many rec tubers can tell you this. I'm not one myself. I was considering to be one near the end of Rec Room's reign, but I never got to it. And hell, I literally uploaded a YouTube short not too long ago. Sorry, we're on 3 minutes now, of wanting to work at and apply at Rec Room and work for a social media position. But and next thing you know, 3 days later, Rec Room's announcing their shutdown. So, it sucks. It really does. But don't migrate to VRChat. They're simply not ready for Rec Room's community. Don't. It will. What I'm trying to say is it will diminish your flame into ashes. Because Rec Room has the flame. VRChat just has the water. Okay, guys. I'm not even trying to just say this because my name's VRChat sucks. I'm saying it because it does suck. Their community is bad. Their moderation is much, much lacking. That's why groomers get away with stuff like this. For example, Be the Hazy right now is going crazy. He gets banned, but he still goes on many alt accounts. So the ban doesn't really matter at the end of the day. And we're lucky that people cared enough to report him in the first place. Because mass reporting, I'm still convinced that mass reporting is the only way to report in VRChat. So their system's bad. Their vote kick system, their ranking system, all plays on what people think of you in that game. And that is not what Rec Room was based about. It was about creativity. VRChat lies and says that's what it's about, but It's mainly what people think of you, because it's a social game. But they try to lie and do all this baloney. And the last really bad thing about VRChat is their server lag. Their servers lag super duper bad. And people just say, oh, your PC's bad. No, it's actually the servers. I may have mentioned this in a previous video on my channel, but I'm very convinced that it's just the game's fault for me lagging super hard, because it is Udon, or Udon. It is purely a Udon game. And stuff like that, so you will frame it. The other reason is people put so much junk on their avatars that it just makes the game lag out. So don't migrate to VRChat. Just don't. Okay, it's not a good community. If you play it once in a while, just check it out. If it is your bread and butter, you'll go. But if it's not, don't go there. Just be careful. Because I know the Rec Room community is a younger demographic. Me being 19, I know this. I played VRChat since I was about maybe 14. And the game will manipulate you sometimes into being degenerate, because that's how the culture of the game is. Don't let VRChat put out your flame, guys. Rec Room, you're the best community ever. Much better. Best VR community I've ever seen. So yeah. Goodbye, Rec Room. I'm going to miss you.